Hi, Bobby, and my fellow baby boomers, as we embark on our little search for the truth. And in this little venture that we're going into, which is so amazing, is not all the lies that we're being told, but it's what is amazing is what we are not being told. And because we live in an age of the internet, we can find out what we're not being told. That is the part of the awakening. And there's a couple of terms that floats around on this internet that is shining a light on what has been put in darkness for such a long time. One of those little buzzwords is a red pill and a blue pill. A red pill is someone who has an inquisitive mind, who's awake and wants to find out what the truth is, from an old Matrix movie or something. The blue pill is 80% of America, or the rest of the world, that lives in complete darkness of what's happening about them. The people in the red pills are awakening by the thousands and the millions. And we're questioning about what has happened to our world. What is not making sense? Some people are convicted for taking a picture inside a submarine, goes to jail. Other people completely above the law, completely like Hillary, and nothing is done as yet. So what is happening? And I like to think that I'm a red pill person where I'm interested, but I have to learn about it. And how we learn about it is through the internet, but the internet has truth, but also has a lot of false. And we have to figure out what is true and what isn't false, what isn't. But the goal is to find out what is the truth. The other day, Bobby had mentioned about the executive order that President Trump signed into law, allowing the Secretary of Treasury and the Secretary of State to seize the assets of people and institutions and entities that were involved in corruption, human trafficking, and pedophile activities. Now, pedophile is a nasty word, so it's something that I don't know much about. At least I didn't. Learning more, and it's frightening. And I also mentioned about the law that Obama had signed in that allows the government to use the military to arrest and incarcerate without trial for indefinite time periods. You might say that we're under martial law. In fact, we are under martial law. But Obama signed that National Defense Authorization Act gives the military the right to snatch up, ship to Guantanamo suspects and hold them there without trial if need be. Now, this information is not coming out on the national news whatsoever. However, if you go to YouTube and just start going in and searching for yourselves, because this is how we're going to find it out, by us doing the research. There's a lot of people that are doing a lot of technical research, thousands of them out there, and they're uncovering and shining a light on to a lot of these dark happenings that have had in our government and the world cabal. As I mentioned, this is a fight for America. It's a fight of good against evil. It's a fight of the resistance against the cabal. And as I mentioned, the cabal is international families, political families, wealthy people, the deep state, as it's called, the intelligence organization that's gone wild in Washington, and a complete blackout of the news media as we know it. All of the networks, except for Fox a little bit, tells the same story every night. And none of them have mentioned the executive order that President Trump signed into order. No one has mentioned the National Defense Authorization Act. No one has mentioned about the $500 million the Pentagon is spending in Guantanamo. And no one has mentioned these thousands and thousands of indictments. Nor has anyone mentioned the National Guard from Arizona being shipped to Guantanamo. The National Guard, kind of interesting from what I understand, that National Guard, when they were leaving, they weren't photographed. Many times you see the National Guards going off to war and the like, there's giant send-offs. But these are guards of the most powerful people in the world. They don't want the people back and their families to be exposed to the soldiers that are being there. We're living in interesting times, but we that have taken the red pill, who want to be alert, who want to find out more. We've got to do it. And there's a lot of help out there. Step one, we have to do it ourselves. We have to seek these truths. And if you go on YouTube, which is a great place to explore, just type in the letter Q and then ANON, QAnon, and you will be exposed to some fascinating information, and you'll be able to find out what the truth is. And in the next video, I'll go in depth a little bit about what QAnon is. A secret intelligence, someone very close to the president, someone inside the White House that knows what's happening, knows that we can't just put it out in a press release, but the American people have to be gradually awakened to what has taken place over the last decades, ever since the tragic assassination of John F. Kennedy. That's where much of it starts. And it goes from there to the situation we're in today. It is mind-boggling, but go to YouTube and go to QAnon, QANON, and you'll be amazed. And I'll be back with the next video to explore what QAnon is, a little bit at any rate, because no one knows who it is. It's a mystery. But he drops what are called breadcrumbs to these techies out there. And these people are seekers of the truth. And they're techies. But like so many techies, they give us the information or share with us what they think and what we have to find out. But we can do it. We are a great generation. And we've got to learn this technology, and we can do it. So open your mind, put on your sunglasses, because what you're going to be looking at is just absolutely mind-boggling. And the most amazing part, it's not what we've been lied to, it's what no one has said anything about. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Good night.